Hey, Luke, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to just meet with you shortly so that we can post what's expected on the 3% Man Facebook group. And so we came up with a list of things, and we're going to try to make this a short video so that because everyone's attention span is fucking small. But one of the first thing is we want positive posts on this page, right?
Yeah. Positive posts that are 100% relevant to 3% man and to the group that make us better men. So
Right. So we want to stay away from things like red or black pill rage posts. I had to specify black pill for Guy. He takes exception to red pill being negative, but some of the guys that read stuff like Rollo Tomasi can easily turn that into being, into being something cynical, and something negative, and then they start hating women and they start bashing hoes, and we don't need that. It doesn't help us at all.
No. I mean, Rollo himself, he's a very intelligent guy, and he said that the red pill is the diagnosis. Game is the prescription. 3% man is the prescription. If you're focusing on the fact that it's like you've got your x-ray and you're looking at the crack in the bone, you go, my arm's broken, that's what you're doing. Like, fuck you, get off our page.
Gotcha.
Watch me.
Yeah, and then we'll bounce you off the page. We also don't like people bashing betas, AFCs, or 97%ers. We were all 97%ers one time until we woke up, right? Yeah. And we found these books. We're trying to be better people, and bashing guys that haven't gotten to our level yet doesn't help anybody.
No, all that does is lowers our vibration and causes us to team up on you and publicly shame you in front of everybody as we remove you. We don't remove you quietly either. We make a big example of you. So that anyone else in the shadows who was thinking of posting something similar goes, oh shit, I might not want to do that.
Yeah. As an example, it's like a head on a fucking pike. We also don't want to have a lot of posts focusing on what women to avoid. Like, we all know there's certain women that are trash out there, but if that's what we're focusing on, that's what we're going to attract. Yeah. We want to focus on the really great women that are out there.
Yeah, and how to find them and how to get them. So people going too much into the negativity, people who've, been fucked over by one chick or whatever, like, maybe say your piece and then maybe don't mention it too much, because if you drag our vibe down, then we're going to have to get rid of you.
I would say it's okay to say, I went on a date, this chick was sort of toxic, this is what I learned from it, because that's helping the rest of the group.
Yeah.
But if you just go, man, I went on a date, man, this chick was for the streets, that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, that's it. It has to be beneficial. It has to help us. It has to add value to our lives. This page is not just a random manosphere page, which a lot of people think it is. It's not a red pill page. Hey fellas, what do you think of this trash hoe page? There's enough of that shit out there. Go post your shitty memes and silly videos of chicks from Tinder who don't look like their profiles over there, because nobody here is looking for any of that shit.
Yeah, 100%. we also talked about promotions, because there is a rule, like when you sign in, no self-promoting. However, there are some exceptions to that. We do allow certain promotions, right? Like if it's relevant to the 3% Man book, or if it's relevant to the 3% Man group. For instance, my podcast I post about all the time. It's basically the group's podcast page, self-promotion. And but another thing is it has to be 100% free, right? I don't charge anything for you guys to subscribe to the podcast. Mm-hmm. We've posted, we've had Benny Lichtenwalder. He's one of our resident dating coaches. He's posted his programs to the page, but they're free to the group.
It is free, and also it's conclusive as well. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's not one of these bullshit programs where you know, you'll get programs where people will give you either a free or a lower cost one. And then when you get there, they'll go, oh, basically, this is a pile of shit. And you really need to be buying our better program in order for you to actually understand this. So it's basically an upsell. So they'll be like, yeah, you know, what you've bought is the first 5 pages, but to access pages 6, 7, and 8, you need to pay me $1,000. Or, you know, you got this free 7-day trial, and then I charge you $7,000 to be part of my twat academy. So none of that.
Yeah, that's like that's a bait and switch tactic. It's kind of bullshit.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's not allowed. It also has to be approved by moderators.
Yeah. So you reach out to us first. If we say yes, you're good to go. If we say no, stay quiet.
I will say, I'll give you an example of what's not okay. The other day, right before Christmas, there was like a bunch of posts about guys talking about what colognes they like or whatever, which I personally was like, I don't know how helpful that is, but whatever. And so I sort of let it go. But then someone's like, oh, this is a great gift pack. I sell these. Reach out to me. I removed that shit. I was like, that's not acceptable. You know, we're not here hawking fucking cologne. We're here trying to be better men. So
I could do a whole video on cologne, but I'm not going to.
We'll save that for the podcast.
Yeah. I'm not big on that stuff.
Another thing we don't like is pointless memes or videos that don't really help us be better men. Like sometimes people will post a funny meme and it's like something about how chicks are hoes or something. I don't know. It's funny, but it doesn't help us be better men.
No, this isn't the page for that shit. As I say, you know, and then some people get all butthurt and think that we're censoring. Like, you can post whatever the fuck you want anywhere else, but on this page, I am going to censor the fuck out of it. And that's why our savage strategy that we implemented back in July, your entry process and my kick out process, is the reason this page is so fucking good. And there ain't nothing like it. I have yet to see anything half as good as this page.
Now we do allow certain memes, right? Like if they're motivational, you know, because if they're you know, positive, if like sometimes I'll post something like related to law of attraction because it's related, it's in the book.
Yeah.
But I'll also add context to it. So I don't just post a meme and say, have a good day, guys, or thoughts. Gentlemen, thoughts, that's the worst. If you post a fucking meme and you have nothing to add to it except for, I want to know what your thoughts are, fuck off with that.
Yeah.
Add some relevance to it. Add something that helps us as a group think about your posts.
Yeah. Those thoughts are fucking irritating.
Absolutely.
I'll slap you with a wet sea bass.
All right, Luke, thanks for joining me. I think that pretty much covers it. If any of you guys have any questions, comment below.